Hello. In this video, I'll show you how to turn an SVG file, like your logo or icon, into a 3D image, a 360 degrees rotation video, or even a 3D model. Let's jump right into it. Alright, so I found a free web tool called Formia that converts 2D SVG files into 3D in just seconds. You can even create 360 degrees rotating logo videos with it. Super useful. Now, to get started, go to formia.so and click on the Try It Out button. Once you're in, you'll see different 3D styles to choose from. I'll pick one now and show you what's possible. Let's start with the left panel. First, when you click on Formia at the top, you can start a new project by choosing a style. Right below that, you'll see a plus icon. That's where you can upload your own SVG file. Once it's uploaded, it'll appear directly on the canvas. Below the plus icon, you'll see a list of all the shapes currently on your canvas. If you want to delete one, simply click on the shape and press the delete key on your keyboard. Now let's move on to the right panel, where you can adjust the settings. Now, in the right panel at the top, you'll see the export button. I'll come back to that after we go through the settings. When no shape is selected, you'll see only the canvas settings. Here you can adjust the canvas size, background color, and lighting effect. Alright, now let's select the shape. Once it's selected, you'll see the shape settings appear. From here you can tweak things like size, depth, material, and color. Now let's start with the most important part. Head over to the shape section. If you've already uploaded your file, just click on it. If not, click Upload and choose your SVG file. The moment it loads in, you'll see it automatically take on the 3D style you picked. On your canvas, you'll see a white circle with an arrow. This lets you rotate your shape in 3D space by clicking and dragging. When you hover your mouse just outside one of the white corner dots, your cursor will change. This means you can rotate the shape in a circular motion. Now let's get back to the settings. One thing to pay attention to is the shading option under Material. You've got three choices: realistic, flat, and glass. Right below that, under the shape settings, you can adjust the color of your design. Color also gets affected by the lighting feature, so you might want to play around with both to see what looks best. And there are a few more settings you can play with, things like depth, thickness, and size. Okay, now let's head over to Export. The first export option is an image. You can choose the quality and whether you want a transparent background. It will export exactly how your canvas is set up. So if you need different angles, just adjust the rotation and export again. Now, the second export option is a 360-degree video animation. But, for my use, I don't find it useful because it doesn't support exporting with a transparent background. I hope the Formia team adds that feature soon. You can export your video by choosing the quality, then click Download and wait a moment. It'll download automatically. But hey, if you still want a transparent background, there are tools like background removers you can try. But I'm here to show you the real deal. Since we can also export our design as a 3D model, why not take it a step further and create our own 360 degrees rotation video with a transparent background? For that, we're going to use Blender, 100% free, 3D software used by professionals. Alright, let's start by downloading the 3D file. Choose 3D model and hit download. Cool. Now let's head to blender.org. download and install the software. Once it's installed, launch it and we'll get started. All right, once Blender is open, let's start fresh. Press A to select everything in the scene, then hit Delete on your keyboard to remove it. Now go to File, Import, and choose GLTF from the list, and import the 3D model you downloaded from Formia. Now, press the tilde key, usually found below the Escape key on your keyboard. From the menu that pops up, select View Camera to switch to your camera view. Next, select your shape and click on the Move tool in the left toolbar. Then, click and drag the arrows to position and center your shape in the frame. Now, switch back to the Select tool, click on the background, and press Delete on your keyboard. Now let's add a 360 degrees animation. Press N on your keyboard to open the side panel. Under the Item tab, go to the Rotation section.
Hello there! Just popping in to guide you through the next steps. Let's do this! Now, let's continue. You'll see the rotation mode is set to Quaternion WXYZ. Click on that and change it to XYZ. Now look at the Y rotation value. This is the number we'll use to set up our 360-degree animation. Go ahead and copy that number, and then open any AI chat model. You can ask it something like, if Y rotation starts at negative 34.3775 degrees, what value should I use to complete one full 360-degree rotation in Blender? Also, what value for 8 full rotations? All right, copy that number. In my case, that's 325.6225 degrees. And let's head back into Blender. Now move your cursor to the bottom of the canvas and hover until you see a double arrow pointing up and down. Click and drag it upward. This will reveal the timeline so we can set up our animation. Now go to the Y rotation value, right-click on it, and select Insert Keyframes. Next, move the playhead to frame 120 in the timeline. Then, go back to the Y rotation value, paste the number you copied, right-click on it, and select Insert Keyframes. Now set the end frame to 120. Next, right-click anywhere in the timeline, go to Interpolation mode, and select Linear. Cool. Now at the top right, click on the Viewport shading icon. And finally, hit the play button to see your 360 animation in action. Cool. That's a smooth rotation. But before we hit render, let's make sure the output is set for transparent background, so we can use this animation over any background in other videos. Let's start with the render settings. Click on Render in the right panel. Scroll down to Film and enable Transparent. Now head over to the Output settings, scroll down to Output, and choose the location where the animation will be saved. Then, under File Format, select FFmpeg Video. In the same panel, open the Encoding section, set the container to QuickTime, and change the video codec to QuickTime Animation. Now go back to File Format and set the color option to RGBA to include transparency. Then scroll up to Frame Rate and set it to 30 FPS. Next, before rendering, make sure to disable Show Overlays in the top right corner. Now, head over to the View menu at the top left and select Viewport Render Animation. Cool! That was the final step! You made it! Now head over to the folder you used for output, where you'll find your animation file with a transparent background. I'm going to rename mine to Icon 360 MOV. As you can see, using Formia, we've got our transparent images, our MP4 video, and the 3D model. And thanks to Blender, we also have our transparent video file.
Hey there. I'm back. Let's see how it looks in action. Thanks for watching so far. If you have any questions, Just drop them in the comments. If you're enjoying this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe and give it a like. Thanks. Now, let's see this animation in action. I'm using Create Studio. It's perfect for working with transparent videos like this one. Great for intros, reels, explainers, you name it. Okay. But if you already have a favorite editor, go ahead and use that instead. Like DaVinci Resolve, works just as well, and it's free. All right, let's import the file and hit play. To show you how the transparent background looks in action, I'll download a background video and add a simple animation to the icon. All right, it's time to see it in action. Oh yeah, look at that. It works perfectly.